Hello, everybody. Post commentary of Alec here. The first half of this stream, I failed to record my microphone. So I'm here to provide commentary for the first half of this video for the YouTube VOD. I know, rare exclusive content for the YouTube channel. Anyways, we're back here with Ultimate. Let me actually get the video bloody playing. We're back here and fucking move my mouse off to this. No, mouse. Stop. 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 Bad mouse. Anyway. We're here in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts once again to continue our glorious campaign against the Spanish. No. Brain failed already. We beat the Spanish last time. We took the Caribbean for basically our own. There are a few places left in the Caribbean that are owned by other people, including the weird Danish controlled islands. But basically, we have the most influence in the Caribbean. But, we're mostly just here to, fucking do shit. That's what we're here to do. How long do I just sit here in silence? I know I take a little bit to fucking start up a stream because of, having to post where I go when I'm live, having to go around and make sure that it's posted on the Blue Sky as well. By the way, the size image of this is definitely going to be weird because, I am juxtaposing myself. I'm just recording this in OBS through, like... this is unprofessional as hell. I am lazy. So, quality will definitely be not as probably good. But hey, look, we're moving. Anyway, I think I was going through and looking at all the shit that got broke. Yeah. No, I was doing something. I genuinely don't remember what my fucking comment... Oh, wait, no. I think I know what I'm doing now. I'm going in and doing a bunch of refits. Because we got a bunch of new tech to make our ships lighter. Alright, yeah. The front end of the David class. The gun turrets no longer fit. Because they got new turret caps, so they no longer fit on the round-shaped hole. They're square pegs on the round-shaped hole, and they don't fit no more. Alright, I hope none of you will mind the weird dropping quality. It'll definitely not be the best episode of the series so far. It'll be the lowest of quality entirely because I put my computer to sleep instead of fucking turning it off. So voice mod, I forget, does not like that. Voice mod hates it when you do shit like that. So yeah, completely forgot about that. Anyways, we're going through and just upgrading everything, getting more ammo, making the rounds better. It's a good thing we did these upgrades because, they'll come in handy later. Do they come in handy enough to justify their existence? Not really. But they do come in handy later. And I do manage to stick a few more, funnels on this one just so that way then it has slightly more engine efficiency. Not by much, just slight. I think I was trying to figure out what was up with the port weight shit, but honestly, that's more to deal with the off-center guns than anything else. Alright, I debated on sticking torpedoes on it, and I did decide to stick some torpedoes on the David class. Oh, I didn't even notice there was another rear-facing torpedo point back there. I'll have to add in more torpedoes. If I can add in another rear broadside set of torpedoes, that would definitely help move the weight back a bit more on the David class. It's definitely got the room for it. I think I was debating which ship to do next, but I think the mid was definitely where we were gonna go next, because I'm mostly doing this just to add in rangefinders, because I need rangefinders. None of my Generation 1 ships have rangefinders. None of them were built with them, because we didn't have that as a starting technology. Except for the mid-class. The mid-class did have a conic rangefinder. But that was more because it came after everything else. So, it got the advantage of being delayed. Oh yeah, me trying to fit in more funnels while constantly failing to place down the funnels. I don't know how I managed to get it there the first time. I debated on using those ones, but they didn't look good. So we went for the small funnel instead. I think we went to the small funnel 2? Nope, we went with the small funnel 1. And then I had to put that turret back that got deleted. Then I was debating where to put some more guns, if there was any room for more guns. Debating what gun caliber to go with. And then I just slapped a 2-inch on the back, just to help balance the weight. The 2-incher on the back, not going to do much. It's not really there for anything other than to amuse me with the fact that the turret cap has a hat. That's all it's there for. Yeah, we brought up the range a bit so that way then the ships can last a little bit longer. Eventually we'll get to a point where I will let past commentary Valak take over, because there is a point where I eventually remembered, wait a minute, voice mod doesn't like it when I put my computer to sleep, and I didn't check it. So we'll get there when we get there. But for now, you're stuck with post live commentary Valak, because one very individual bastard didn't tell me that my microphone wasn't making any noise. He knows who he is. He knows exactly who he is. Oh, you know, I probably could move those 6-inchers mounted on the sides. Put one of them in the middle there. I am pretty sure I probably can. And then put some smaller guns on those aiming positions, because those 6-inch caps barely work. Barely. Like, the world's smallest amount of aim is what they can do. Alright, yeah, I do just kind of stick a set of funnels back there. I forgot about this part. How we turn the lane into just more guns. At least I think this is the Link class. Is this the Link class? No, this is a Blue Raptor class. Yeah, we just stuck more guns on it. Because Saves everybody a lot more time and shit. Then I realized I hadn't put a gun here, so I tried to install a 2-inch gun here, but yeah, unless I shrunk the guns down to 1 inch, they were not gonna fit. So basically called it a day on that one. And now we're on to the Lynn. The Lynn being our gun-covered light cruiser. It's just a light cruiser covered in fuck-off guns. Yeah, we went through and upgraded basically anything that could be upgraded, including installing rangefinders, which are the most important part of any of the ship upgrades that we're doing. I think I was confused at how the front end of this ship is so heavy compared to the back end, but I'm sure that gets solved eventually. That'll get solved eventually one of these days. Let's see here. Installing... Oh yeah, I tried to install some funnels here, but for some reason, there's space there for it, but they won't go in. So I just installed them there. To give the ship a little bit more engine efficiency. These hulls are going to be such a pain later down the road, because they can only fit so much tonnage before we reach the point of where we genuinely just can't upgrade them anymore. Oh yeah, and here we go through just sticking more guns on it. Because that's our solution at the moment for life's problems. Stick more guns on it. I think I do stick more guns on here on the back. I tried to stick one there, but yeah, that didn't work out. I figured out I could put some guns here if I just rotated them. So yeah, basically just turn this thing into a broadsider. Yeah, one of the main problems these ships are gonna have, how much their main guns are dedicated to just being there. I did debate about sticking a poop tube. I don't think I installed a poop tube though. Or I did, and it was just for yeah, I did install the poop tube. I call it the poop tube because it's a rear-facing torpedo tube. It's the poop tube. I think I tried to fit the funnels in here now that I got rid of that, but I don't think any of these managed to go in there. Yeah, that area is just, for some reason, off limits to funnels. Which I found weird. Alright, yeah, I was trying to figure out why the front end of this thing weighed so fucking much. It's definitely a heavy on the front. Then we went over to the Sniffums, and since we got those upgrades to 700 tonnage torpedo boats, we made it bigger. Not much else we could do to it. It didn't have much room left afterwards anyways. So really, none of that really did anything for us. We could the other annoying thing, we can't even install a rangefinder on these things because they're torpedo boats. They're meant to run up to a target and drop torpedoes. They aren't really meant to shoot. And here's where I tried to install a 5th torpedo tube in the middle. But yeah, too much weight, unfortunately. So I decided to give the front guns some armor to give them some level of protection. Those thin sheets of, will pretend to be plastic, are now upgraded to 0.5 inches of armor. That actually matters. The Cyber we designed last stream, so no reason to go in and refit that. But we are off to the Delta. The first of our heavy cruisers. She will not be the last, though. And here's where me going in and just ordering up the refits, because, and then realizing I'm going to be over ship capacity if I do that, so I'm ordering up refits in small batches. We're going to be playing a lot of the finance game this stream. Honestly, I probably could have just cut out this entire section, and I think people would not have cared, considering how much this section is just going to be me trying to balance the budget. Yeah, I basically, right at the start, immediately overdid our shipbuilding capacity because I sold some ships after just ordering up refits. And that just ate up the economy. Like, almost completely gone. Oh, you know something I haven't checked? Is this thing fucking recording that? It's not. It's not recording the audio. Okay. Good to know. I'm not going back to re-record that. I ain't re-recording this a second time. So you guys get to deal with all my commentary and the fact that that section just doesn't have... You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to record this section and then I'm going to suplex it. Alright, so I'm going to suplex this version over the original. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I am way too lazy to do that. Because the little me down in the corner won't be doing shit, and that'll be annoying in my opinion. Nah, never mind. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll put in the effort. I'll put in the goddamn effort. I will record all of this, suplex it onto the other one, onto the original copy, so that way then you all have somewhat of a slightly more professional product. Anyways, that ran over. Fuck. Where are we at? Still balancing the budget. That's what we're doing. So yeah, I will suplex this onto the original version. Just so that way then there's some level of consistency with the audio. That way then it's a little less weird. We go through some elections. Yep, yada yada yada. The money is just not there as I fuck around with the budgets. Honestly, again, I could just cut out this section, but I won't. If you guys want me to cut out these bits for the YouTube uploads, let me know in the comments, because I get if you guys don't want to see all this, like, loading and other shit. Like, I could easily go in, cut them all out, upload that, and bada bing, bada boom, it'd probably be a lot more manageable than the fucking 2 hours that these things are set to. Ugh. Yeah. Slowly unlocking the shit we need. Not by much, but we are unlocking shit. Still going through and just refitting our existing warships, trying to get everything updated. Because I want to try and get the fleet ready for a new potential war. And this is probably where I'm going to rant about, oh, we need to go take some islands because we need fucking money. This is where I'm trying to figure out how much of a fleet can I station in the Pacific over there. And there's the one person that decided to chat in the chat and then didn't say anything. Say anything about the microphone being off. That son of a bitch. I honestly don't care that he didn't say anything. Like, you know, it's fine. I'm responsible for my own actions, and I fully knew what I was getting into. A lot of this post commentary is just gonna turn into me ranting about the fucking the fact that I fucked up with the voice mod thing. Well, at the very least, at some point, we'll get to where I actually start producing commentary. I forget how long it is, though. How long are you? Please tell me. Actually, I can go in here to look at that. Where's the Wait, I can just go fucking look at the fucking original broadcast. I think it's like at the hour 18-minute mark, I realize. Alright, it's at the hour 14 mark-ish is when I eventually realized that I had fucked up. Oh, where are we now? Oh, we're designing our newest heavy cruiser. That's what we're doing. So anyway, the Delta heavy cruiser, good heavy cruiser, good hull. But as I said in the beginning, when it comes down to these hulls, we need to use all of them before they become obsolete. Because once they become obsolete, we're fucked. Because I need to build these ships before they become obsolete. So that way then I can actually have proper ships. Because the thing is that if I don't have these ships hulls by the time they're made obsolete, I don't get access to any other hulls. I have to work with what I got. So I gotta basically make these things as good as possible in order to increase my chance of survival. Anyway, here I'm debating about what funnels to use, because the biggest funnel isn't always the best to go with, especially when it comes down to the low tier equipment, because their funnel capacity is shit. Oh yeah, I put the 9s on there because, as everyone knows in this game, a Mark II is far better than a Mark I. So, you go with the Mark II. You never go with the Mark I. Never go with the Mark I if you got a Mark II on hand. Even if you have a bigger gun caliber, go with the Mark II. Because the Mark II is not only more accurate, it's got better turret traverse, far better reload times. It's just overall better. Never go with a Mark I over a Mark II. Especially when you're in this early stage of a campaign. Anyway, here's me trying to figure out where to put some guns. I decorate this entire thing with 4-inch caliber casemates. Then I stick some 2-inchers on for good measure. Each 9-inch gets a 2-incher cap. For some reason, this entire stream, I was very fixated on the whole putting 2-incher caps on things. Yeah, anyways. Basically, just going through now and adjusting armor and values and the length of the 2-inch guns by increasing them slightly to give them slightly more range and more accuracy. And then I added some torpedo launchers for good measure. Because every ship in this bloody era has torpedo launchers. And if you don't have any, well, obviously you're doing something wrong. This is one of the few ships I equipped with a shit ton of range, I believe. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, I didn't equip this one with range because I realized that range was somehow affecting pitch. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to fuck with the pitch. And then I'm off to look to see who is the lucky soul on the Discord that gets to be named after this heavy cruiser. I've already forgotten who was the one that was chosen for it, but we will find out in a moment. We'll get there when we get there. Damn, my nose is fucking clogged again. Damn, I tabbed out for 5 seconds. It was the Cutico. Yeah, that's what the name of the heavy cruiser was. Cutico got named after a heavy cruiser we designed in 1898. That's how long the technology we've acquired got to the point where we could actually use the damn things. I think I deployed them all to Guam. Yeah, I sent them all to Guam. I built them and sent them to Guam. because we needed some ships in the Pacific. If we're gonna take control of the islands in the Pacific for our colonial empire, we needed ships in the Pacific. Oh, right, yeah. Now and this is where I go on my little tirade about the fucking South American musical chairs going on. Because Colombia got invaded by Brazil after Colombia took Venezuela, and Brazil took southern Colombia, and Argentina managed to acquire southern Brazil. And here's me just selling off a bunch of warships to my allies for money, because we fucking need money. And yeah, basically just trying to get the shit for our light cruisers up, because light cruisers are the only hulls left that we haven't gotten upgraded yet. Because there are light cruiser hulls that I can't use until we have somewhere close to, till we get the 7,000 ton limit. Which is, I think, the next upgrade for the light cruisers, but I'm not entirely sure. Could entirely be 6,500 they give us next, but basically, I'm just, again, we're trying to max out hulls, because the only things we can't change on hulls after they're built is the amount of main displacement. We can change the length of them. We can't change the length of them after they're built. However, we can change the width and the depth. Those we can change afterwards for some reason. I don't know why those are things you can change afterwards. It doesn't necessarily seem like something that should be able to change afterwards. But my fucking nose. Anyway, I am stalling. I am stalling on fucking content. Mostly because this entire section is 100% just gonna be us staring at screens and menus. And no offense to people that like screens and menus, but I need something at least going on while staring at screens and menus. And here's some just weird shit going on with those two, with not being able to put both of those on refit row. But yeah, basically I'm just trying to get shit refitted. Now I'm trying to build 4 heavy cruisers while building shit for other people. And yeah, this is where the budget's fucked comes from. Oh, hey, we're already halfway through the lack of commentary zone. So, you know, we're getting somewhere. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. Eventually, you'll get to talk with actual live Valak. But right now, you get to talk to me. Post-commentary Valak. Valak that's in this dumbass protogen's head that is screaming at him in the future to check the fucking voice mod. That or just don't put the computer to goddamn sleep. The only reason I don't cut my stream VODs is that usually sometimes I'll just have random thought processes during the loading sections, which is why I leave it all in as one continuous VOD. But if you guys don't want me to do that, you guys want me to cut things down so that way that it's a bit more, I guess, entertaining to watch, or at the very least just cut out the loading screens, I understand that. Just comment below if you guys want me to do that. But honestly, by now, if you're, fuck. If you genuinely care about that shit and are still watching by this point, I am so sorry for you watching and thinking that at some point this will get better. I'm gonna let you know right now. It doesn't get better. It does not. This'll go for a bit. Yeah, just going through, doing refits. Because he got much better to do. Oh yeah, and here's where we get a couple of alliance agreements, but they want us to fucking pay for it. We went and won a bunch of money from fucking Spain, and everyone just wanted some. Everyone just wanted a bit of our money. Our hard-earned Spanish war reparation dollars. Of course, we weren't going to let them have it, but, you know. Anyways. We were spending quite a bit of money. I was trying to catch up technology-wise, but I think eventually, eventually we do just give up on catching up technologically-wise. Because at the moment, we don't have the fucking money to catch up technologically-wise. We just don't. We either have Navy or we have research. We don't get both. That is the one thing we are not allowed to have. My fucking nose is just goddamn clogged. Oh yeah, we go in to look about refitting the David class with new guns. We immediately decide against that because the 10s, their new turret caps make them unable to fit. Which is one of the problems we're definitely going to have with later warships. Is that we're going to have to go down on gun calibers in order to get our guns, in order to put guns on our ships. I was thinking maybe I could switch the side that the 10's on. Because it looks like the other side might have a little bit more room. Though to be fair, I do still have access to the beam slider on the fucking David class. So I can probably get enough width to have room to use those guns. I'm not sure, but we might. But for the moment, that's just not in the cards. Right now, it is very basically just get whatever we can refitted and get it refitted now. I will definitely make an attempt to put those 10 inches on the, on the David class, but more than likely they're going to be on the next generation of our battleship, which is our last battleship hull we're allowed to use. Actually, they'll probably just be added on to the to the other battleship hull we already have, the cyber class. It's equipped with 11-inch guns, but honestly, I'm probably gonna swap it out for the 10s since the 10s are Mark IIs and just overall better. Here we're just passing some time by, trying to just get things moving along. Yeah, not much more can be said about this. It is kind of just we're slowly going through and getting the shit done here. Currently going through and looking at all the shit being built to see just how much longer I have to go with the shipyard being over capacity. And we do nearly go broke. We do nearly go broke. However, I have a solution to all of life's problems, and that is to cut the tech budget. Instantly slashed. Not by much. Trust me, that's not the biggest slash to research that occurs this entire game. But, yeah. We go with the first one on this one just because it's more GDP. GDP is something we need to build up as quick as possible because we do not have a large-ass economy like the British and the French do. They both have like in the 170, 250 million GDP. We're only in the 80,000. Like, they outpace us by a shit ton. And I'm gonna probably go into a little thing about it later when I eventually realize that my microphone was off the entire time. Anyway, I think we take the hit to the naval budget because again, GDP is far better to invest in than naval budget. You can live with in this game. You can 100% live with your naval budget being cut. That's something you can live with. GDP, on the other hand, is something you don't want to lose. I think I do take no, I don't take any of those. Spain can gain control of the Azores. Oh yeah, Spain got into a lot of wars during this time. Like, Spain was the start of World War I. Don't know why everybody decided to dogpile Spain, but Spain just did not have a fun time. It was just absolute chaos and murder. But, yeah, when I eventually realized that Spain is in such a fucked position, of course it's like the worst time because we're not in a good position to slap Spain. If anybody has seen the politics tab for our relations with Spain, they would know that for some reason they're going up. And we're in a point where now we're trying to threaten war with Japan for some reason. I don't know why the government wanted that, but basically, we're just trying to survive. This is where I start putting money back in the crew training budget because I need the crews to not be complete green whenever they encounter shit. Because a green crew is kind of absolutely useless. However, a regular crew is a lot better. Oh yeah, this is the part of the story where I decide I'm gonna go fucking commit some good old-fashioned we're gonna go somewhere and then say that they're evil. We gotta go take them out. So I decide, you know what, fuck it. We're gonna deploy the Navy and we're gonna put some pressure on Hawaii. Why Hawaii? Because I needed some bases in the Pacific, so Hawaii was the closest one, so they got up first for seeing the entire Pacific United States Navy, which is just made up of several battleships and a couple of light cruisers. Because the Pacific really isn't a region I'm too invested in, because there really isn't much going on over there. And once the Panama Canal gets built in 1904, we'll basically be able to just save on time. But yeah, I think this is where, if you look here, you can see why it was such a pain to go to war with Spain. You can see right there, 66% in favor of liking me. I'm going on a rant here about, like, the GDP, so don't mind that. That's just me trying to talk about money and shit. But, yeah. That's gonna be a problem later. A very annoying problem later. Anyway, I'm going up here, and yeah, you can see how big the budgets are of both the British and the French, and we're basically just trying to play catch-up. We need territory, and we need it quick. So that is entirely what this is about. More and more territory. Because if we gain some more territory, it's fairly easy to survive. Because once we have some more territory, we got more money to play with. It'll be a lot easier on the rest of us. I mean, not on the rest of my naval industry to finally produce some fucking money. The one good thing about these old hulls is that I can build shit tons of them. Like, we can have entire flotillas of the damn things once the money starts to roll in. Because as we go along, these hulls are going to be a lot cheaper to maintain. Not the cheapest to maintain, but they will be cheaper to maintain than most other of the hulls in the game. Because they're small, low tonnage, and have small crew counts. To be fair, the small crew counts isn't necessarily a good thing. You want to have a lot of crew on a ship because it's basically additional armor for your ship. Yeah, I go with the middle option here because, well, I do need money. I don't need so much money that it costs me 2 unrest. So I just took the smaller increase to the budget. But as usual, yep, we're selling off more shit to other countries because I need money. And once those ships are finished, oh boy, that's a shit ton of money. One thing you want to do in this game, after they added this, obviously in the earlier versions they didn't have it, but one thing you want to do, sell. You want to sell as many warships as possible to your allies. Out of a sense of, it gives them ships to work with to help you. And on the other hand, it's money. And it's ships you don't have to maintain. Anyway, here I go on a little rant about what we need to take in the Pacific over there. Over in Asia. But yeah, if we scroll down, you can see they're at war with both Japan and China. They, I'm pretty sure Spain ends up in a war with France too later. Not entirely sure. I think they do, but I'm not entirely sure. But this is where we start to deploy the Navy to start fucking with Spain. Because I want to get a war started. And we'll be coming up soon on when I realize the microphone is off. We'll get there. It'll take a while. But when we get there, it'll be funny. But of course we gotta get there first, so you know, gotta get through the waiting part. If I can resist sneezing for this last portion, please, Nose. That would be great. We found some oil. which definitely increased our budget by not much, but it'll increase our GDP. Yeah, the more oil resources you have, the better off you are, and it's definitely a lot better to have it later. But anyway, here's where we have some awkward moments, because I wanted to take Hawaii. I didn't even know where the fuck Samoa was. But the island we were pressuring to join us, yep, didn't get that invasion request. No, we were told, hey, go take Samoa. So we sent the leftovers down to Samoa. We do take Samoa. Samoa joins the Union graciously after a few people died to take the beaches. Yeah, our research department isn't looking too good, and honestly, I don't know how the AI is able to balance their budgets with the navies they have, other than, like, the French and the British. Like, the French and the British, I can see how their economies are large enough to be able to support full research and a good navy. Ours isn't. Ours is not that. It isn't. It's not even close. Not even 3 inches. Ugh. Fucking nose. Past me, please tell me you can bother to exist for 5 minutes. I would like to just get this edited together and put up on the channel quickly. I had to download a new editing software because fucking the original one that I used is just dead, I guess. What was my brain trying to do? Alright, yep. Here we are deploying the entire Navy to go and fuck with Spain, because I realized way too late that our relations with Spain are absurdly high. So I decided I need to deploy naval squadrons to go and piss off the fucking Spanish. And that's what we do. Basically, every naval asset that isn't in the Pacific is now being sent off to go piss off the Spanish. Do I agree? Yeah, I agree to that. Yeah. One of the reasons I say it's a problem is because A, Spain got its fucking ass handed to it. So, its navy is basically deleted. So, if I don't take territory now, it's a concern. So I put some more Sniffham's class torpedo boats into production to send to Guam to go and reinforce their position. I also had noticed that Spain had been knocked down to just 1 warship, so they basically were just 1 warship. It was just, we need to beat the shit out of them while they're down. Because if we can beat the shit out of them while they're down, we can gain a whole lot of fucking islands. And while the islands may not be all that valuable, any additional income is good income. So we're just taking whatever we want. Yeah, anyway, we're getting there. One of these days. Anyway, as the situation in the Pacific continues to devolve into just sending ships from point A to point B, because as the British seem to be having a problem of just a bunch of their islands deciding to say, fuck it, I don't want to be British anymore. So we're basically just going around and being to these British islands and being like, hey guys, I know you just threw off the British, but yeah, we ain't looking at how unfree you guys are. And so we basically just waltz in, take the islands, because they ain't got any ships to fight back with, and leave. We are obviously the good guys here. We are very clearly the good guys. Anyone that says otherwise is lying to you, because we are the good guys. And anyway, this is where we finally get the conquest of fucking Hawaii. Only took fucking forever to be like, hey, yeah, we need you to go take Hawaii. You know, the island that we actually went out there to get. So then I had to go and split this fleet that was headed over there in half to have some of them go back to Hawaii. And now we're just waiting on the torpedo boats to be built. As we continue to try and tank our relations with Spain. We should be coming up on the on it any moment now. Any moment now. Yeah, we'll get there when we get there. Again, sorry for kind of just dropping off with commentary at this point. I'm just kind of out of ideas. Like, there really isn't much going on here, and commentary me will start doing commentary. Past me will do some commentary here in a bit to actually cover the war that is about to start. Which I don't do much of. There isn't too much war this game. Because of or because of a lack of reason to. And because of how long it took to get the fucking war to actually start, we ended up in a situation where it was basically near the end of stream by the time I was able to actually get around to doing the stream. I mean, not doing the stream, doing the war, that the war has been broken up into 2 parts. The part that'll happen here and the part that'll happen next stream. Whether or not that's the end of that remains to be seen, because I have not done the next stream yet, so whether or not the war lasts 3 streams or 2, I don't know. Figure that out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, we are mostly just gonna be sitting here through all this. Not necessarily much happens here. Should be coming up on the point where I actually start providing commentary from the past. Almost there. I think we're actually there. Nope, we're not there yet. Here's where the German Empire wants to threaten us with fucking war. Well, I'm trying to go to war with the Spanish. So, obviously, I just pay them off. I'm not gonna deal with the fucking, Germans at the moment. I'd rather just deal with the fucking, consequences of paying them off. And here we are, still trying to piss off the fucking Spanish. We're at, like, 35 liking me, which I hate. I hate the reputation system in this. I wish that if my reputation was at least a -20, I could convince my government to go to war. But no, you have to really, like, stab them with a goddamn knife. Oh, and also, Western Spain got taken over by Portugal for a while. Spain very much is given the without the S treatment during these next few moments of this stream. Spain doesn't have a fun time in its future. And I doubt they will be around for too much longer. Anyways, we do manage to gain those islands in the Pacific. So now we basically got a huge ass... We now have the ability to support warships in the Pacific. And after we successfully naval invaded that last island, I was like, you know what? Tonga looks like it's gonna end up becoming the next target. If the government decides to have another target. So I already start sending those guys down there to basically be like, hey, we're here. Fucking having to fucking sniff my nose. Fucking... Just try... I don't have any tissues available. I'm too lazy to pause the recording. I don't know why I didn't think of that. You know, I could have paused the recording at any fucking time, but I didn't. I forgot that OBS had that feature. I have 3 brain cells. Not a single one of them thought to check for the voice mod to make sure it was working. And none of them thought to fucking check the goddamn to remind myself the OBS has a fucking goddamn pause button on the recording. I'm smart. Sometimes, but this is definitely not one of those times. Sometimes I have a brain, but I don't have an idea. Those ideas don't end up working out. Ugh. Here's where I talk about fucking maybe taking over goddamn New Zealand. Oh yeah, I also decided that after we're done taking Tonga, we're gonna go pressure goddamn Easter Island because that's all that's left of Chile. Because why not? Might as well have another naval base in the Pacific. It's not like I'm already busy doing 20 other things. Like pressuring the goddamn Spanish. We should be coming up on when I actually have past me take over, so I'm gonna maybe refrain from talking. I'll refrain from talking for a bit here. If he doesn't take over, I'm gonna probably bitch slap myself for that. Oh yeah, here's where I also fuck up the budget some more. Because I kind of overinvest just a little bit. just a wee little bit. Yeah, here I am once again checking on our relations with the Spanish. And debating on hitting the increase button. I chose not to because our unrest is already 4.5, and I don't like going over 5 unrest if I can prevent it. So anyway, past me should be taking over probably after this. Oh, yeah, this is where he goes. Yeah, he's using his brain, ladies and gentlemen. Can really hear the gears turning. For fuck's sake. Please do not tell me that my fucking microphone has not been recording for the past hour. Sniffums, you were here basically at the start. Why didn't you fucking tell me? Didn't even mention it. Didn't even say, hey, you not talking today? Couldn't have told me any of that. Nope. Just usual. People pop in, say hi, notice that I'm not apparently saying anything, even though I do make an effort to try and talk to the chat. And you're telling me that nobody has told me that my microphone has been off this entire time. Well, that's just great. An entire section I'm gonna have to dub over. God damn it. Fucking Canada backstabbing me. Anyway, how's our relations with the Spanish? Oh, for God's sake, increase tensions. It's taking forever. Why is it only going down so slowly? Well, I took Tonga, which gives me more naval bases to operate out of in the South Pacific. Alright, you guys go fuck around with fucking Easter Island, I guess. It's... If we could just go and acquire some free islands for free money, I'm gonna go do it. Like, I got no reason not to do it. Build 2 Delta cruisers and send them over to the fucking, to Guam. Everything just goes to Guam these days. Because we need to build up our, naval presence down in Guam. Oh. I'm gonna have to rename you, because you're not supposed to be the Sniffums. We already have a Sniffums. You ain't the real Sniffums. There, we'll call you the Jackson. Anyway, you guys go down here and join up with the light cruisers. You guys really aren't designed for the Pacific, but I'm sure you'll be fine. Go get them, tigers. We are very slowly building up a budget. Slowly building a budget. I can't believe I'm gonna have to redub an entire fucking section of this. I keep forgetting if I put my computer in fucking sleep mode, I have to reactivate voice mod, because it's one of the few programs that bugs out if you go put your computer in goddamn sleep mode. Please, can I just declare a war on the fucking Spanish? By the time we can go to war with the Spanish Spanish will have a navy. That or just be completely fucked. One of the two. Alright, we're going to increase up to 80%. We're going to push this up to 45%. It's a little bit more spending, but hopefully the economic growth of our country will cover it. We're not threatening Japan. Sure thing, Sweden. If I have to cut back on the budget, I'll cut back on the budget. But right now, I'm trying to get the crews trained up. I'm trying to see how far I can push this economy. Secondary double turrets for capital ships. Sure thing, Sweden. Sure thing, Egypt. Is Austria-Hungary at war with someone? Yes, Austria-Hungary is at war with France. Yeah, I don't think Austria-Hungary is long for this world, just like they are with, just like Spain is. I don't think Spain's long for this world either. Oh, hey, these islands are no longer Spanish. So we're gonna go harass these islands instead. Don't know why the Japanese are over here in fucking Europe taking all these Spanish holdings while there's... Give me a moment. Fucking Oh, we can get 6,000 tonnage cruisers now. Torpedo boat destroyer. Not a hull we're allowed to use, unfortunately. All we have is the regular old torpedo boat. Sweden wants a cyber class battleship. Sure thing. Let's see. New design. It's the 3-mast, I think it is. The 3-mast light cruiser. Or is it the armored or is it the semi-armored cruiser? Yeah, the semi-armored cruiser is the let's see. Can we get the tonnage? You know, we're just gonna have to live with that. I don't think we can push this any. I'm not sure how much longer we can wait on that. All right, let me look. Let me look under research. Cruiser design. Yeah, eventually we'll unlock the fucking some other fucking shit. All right, so we want to at least get it up to... It looks like once we hit 6,000, it goes up by 1,000 instead of by 1,500. To be fair, it looks like it... Yeah. Okay, so it'll just... we might be able to get it next time. All right. I'll have to keep an eye on that, but yeah, it looks like we might be able to get it next time. But anyway, sorry everyone for the fact that there has been no commentary for the first hour and a half, roughly, of this stream. That's what I get for putting the computer in sleep mode, but no, I wanted to save some time when I got home to upload those avatar models. This is what I fucking get for trying to save time. This is why I never get anything done. Anytime I try to be like, oh, I can save a bit of time by doing this, and then it'll give me more time to do the other shit I need to do. Nope. When that happens, it fucking shit goes to shit. That's what happens. Jesus Christ, why is this so slow? I can't increase the tensions any further. I haven't gotten anything to get rid of this unrest. Which region are you counted as part of? The South Pacific. I do have quite a bit of tonnage in the South Pacific at the moment. Yeah, we are burning money now. Quite a bit of it. I don't know how at least many of the other empires are able to keep up technologically wise, because I can barely afford to keep up technologically wise. And I am very behind, apparently. Actually, let me look at this. I'm pretty sure there's a thing that says somewhere, yeah, technology is advanced for the British, which makes sense because their GDP is fucking skyrocketing. And the French is also advanced because their GDP is also skyrocketing. But how is it that I have more money than the fucking Chinese and yet they have average technology? I have more money than the fucking Spanish and the Spanish only have average. Yeah, both of these two have had their transport fleets decimated, so their economy has basically gone into ruin. The Center Party, which for some reason is spelt wrong, has won against everyone else. An embarrassing incident involves Britain. One of their most wealthy businessmen in naval construction industry is accused for illegal activities in our country. If we prosecute this person, our relations with Britain will be affected negatively. I need the... When did we get rid of the unrest? I don't know, but we're not gonna... We're not gonna do that. But anyway, now that I have no unrest, increased tension with Spain. Damn. Back to increasing relations with the French. Actually, do the Spanish have any allies in the Caribbean anymore? No, they only have the Ottomans as their ally. Who's currently invading the fucking Austro-Hungarians. Damn, everybody went to war with fucking Spain after I kicked their ass. I didn't think Spain would end up getting fucked over so easily, but yeah. The thing is, we need these Pacific bases because if we do not have bases in the Pacific, we're probably not going to get them anytime soon. We really need these. Oh, we got the stereoscopic rangefinder. That would be good to have on our battleships. Sweden would like an order of a Ling-class light cruiser, and Egypt wants a David-class. Sure thing, guys. Increased tensions with the Spanish. Yeah, we appear to be just increasing how much budget we're going through. Though to be fair, that's also because the Navy is deployed on many missions where they are using up a lot of budget just to be there. Sure thing. I do need to keep these ships here because I need to piss off the fucking Spanish. I can't move them, but they're eating my economy. All right, we're gonna back off on research because I'm not really in a position right now to even consider research as something I can invest heavily into. Right now, we just need to try and fix the budget. If we can fix the budget, we'll be good. But right now, we need to fix the budget. Still trying to piss off the fucking Spanish. Like, we're barely moving that fucking thing down. Politics. At the very least, it's getting further down. We're moving it along, people. Increased tensions with the Spanish again. Because we really need to get on Spain's bad side. Because that's how fucking wars are started in this game. It's honestly a really stupid way to declare war. I think there should be a better way to do it. I think once you're in, like, a bad relation, like, it doesn't, like, say 20%. Like, at the very least, negative 20. Then it should give you the option to push your government to declare war. Also, they now have battleships. Those bastards. Anyway, let's try to be friends with France again. We do not have great relations with the French, but we are trying. That is something we are definitely attempting. But I think we can successfully give up on the fact that technology is not going to be our strong suit for a while. Because right now, I need veteran crews, and those are expensive. I'm going to increase this back up to 35%, though. Just to give us a little extra tech budget. Not that it's going to do much for us, but it'll be there. It's an option. Alright, we don't seem to be persuading these guys down here in Chile, so we're just gonna have you guys go home. You guys go home. Go back. Go back home. Stop costing me money. I would like you to not cost me any more money. You've been on deployment for a while. It's time to go home. War has erupted between France and the Soviet Union. There is a world war going on, and I don't get to be part of it. Oh, Libya got taken over by the British. Unfortunate for them. Austria-Hungary has been dissolved due to losing all of their ports. Damn, that's rough, buddy. Oh, they legit were just straight up dissolved. Austria, they've fallen into anarchy. Don't mess with fucking France, apparently. I mean, they're also in an alliance with the fucking British, so that's also why they're doing so well. The two biggest naval powers in the world at the moment are currently allies. It'd be great if some of my customers would start buying ships again, because I need to sell more ships. Mark II 11-inch guns are now available. Sweden has become a big boy. They ate Norway. I don't know if they're going to eat Denmark next, but they are big, and I've sold them quite a few ships. Quite a few. Quite many. They have a lot of ships now. I wish them the best of luck. Wish they would buy more. How's our relations with the fucking Spanish going? 76%. We can get those numbers lower, gentlemen. Soviet Union has discovered more oil. Egypt wants more boats. Politics. Continue to improve relations with the French. We want to be friends with the French. Or at the very least, we don't want them suddenly deciding to shoot at me. Or begging for money. Damn. Oh well. Let's try to improve relations with the Japanese so we can avoid a war. Romania wants some more boats. -81 will increase tension this time. Sure thing. Back to improving relations with the French. Yeah, when we go to war economy mode, well, we'll probably not fix our budget, but we will, at least have a little bit money. Well, this one won't fuck with my budget, and I don't need that much unrest, so we'll do that. Combat capability of the fleet. That would give me quite a bit of budget. It's not the worst trade-off, and I do kind of need to increase my budget a bit. But, we're gonna go with the prestige. Sure thing, Sweden. Oh, Spain is on the march. They have managed to regain control of the peninsula. Never mind, I thought they were winning. Nope, they lost southern Spain to Japan. Again, I really don't know what the fuck Japan's doing. Like, there's all these islands over here, which, to be fair, I'm not arguing about. I'm taking these. Like, these are mine. You better not think about it, Japan. These are my islands. They are mine by historical birthright. We got mines. And now France is in Venezuela. Why are you in Venezuela, France? Why are you here? You shouldn't be here. This is my... Again, the Caribbean is my territory. I mean, I want to be friends with you, but at the same time... Caribbean is mine. Venezuela hasn't been independent for a long-ass while. I don't know why the hell it's like, oh, they lost their territory eons ago. Alright. The next light cruiser upgrade, that'll be, that'll give us the, tonnage requirement we need for our new light cruisers. For the last 2 light cruiser hulls we can use. And then that'll be all the hulls we're allowed to use covered. And then after that, that's basically it. No more new hulls. We'll have to settle with whatever hulls we have. Which basically means... I don't want to make an alliance with the Italian Empire. I'm sorry, guys. Persia has signed a special alliance. Another customer! Ungoverned territory regains full control of Austria. What? You've been ungoverned territory for 5 minutes. Are you telling me you guys just couldn't figure out who the anarchist in charge was? We made a heavy cruiser based off the, Yeah, we made a heavy cruiser based off that. We literally just built it this stream. How much, unrest do we have? Alright, we're gonna increase the tension. I want this war, god damn it. Come on, have the Spanish come to us and say, oh, we don't like you, and you need to pay us money. Because that's the easiest way to go to war. If it's trying to convince your government to bitch slap their government, then they'll just pay you off. Woo! War with the Spain! Sure, Romania. Unfortunately, oh wait, no, we can do a naval invasion. Let's see, we're not invading northern Spain, no. The East Philippines. Yes. Alright, we need like 28 tonnage, which these guys are more than enough to do. Get over there. Get over there and take those fucking islands. The rest of you guys, just redeploy. You guys stationed here. Just basically piss off those guys. You guys just hang out here, I guess. What's that? That's a heavy cruiser. You guys will be fine. Yeah, I don't know where the Spanish Armada is. Because they have rebuilt it. At least a portion of it. And they do have destroyers. That is not good news on our part. Because that's just... Okay, I'm getting random messages from a random guy on fucking Steam. And it's a random bot that's trying to say, "Oh yeah, you bought some shit from me and you scammed me and shit." I hate that fucking random bit of shit. Oh, heavy cruiser. Oh, good. I didn't notice that these guys actually had some heavy cruisers with them. Good thing they do. Otherwise, I would have had to run. But they do have 2 heavy cruisers with them. Which makes them pretty decent at defending themselves. Alright, where's this poor heavy cruiser and how may he suffer? It took a moment for the boats to not jump up and down for some reason. Here we go, gentlemen. The first deployment of the of these guys. These guys don't usually get deployed too often. These guys have only ever known the job of run the fuck the other direction. Alright, for everybody that's got torpedoes, you guys gotta save on your torpedoes. Don't spend them. Secondary guns are fully free to just open up on them. This will be the first outing of the Delta class ships. Their crews are green, so not necessarily the best, but it'll definitely be a showing for sure. Let's see what the Spanish have brought to the table. Oh, they do actually have a pretty advanced looking heavy cruiser. I think this is the Heavy Cruiser 2 hull. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the second of the heavy cruiser hulls. Almost every country has this generic hull. Damn, we are not doing much to it. Yeah, these are 8-inch guns, Mark 1. Yeah, they don't do too much. We do have a fuck ton of secondaries, though. So even if we can't do much to their... Actually, what is their armor type? Armor. Harvey armor. Oh, they actually have some decent armor. We are really behind on that. We're only on nickel steel. Which isn't bad armor, but still, we're pretty behind in the armor department. But to be fair, we seem to be in a bit of an awkward moment of where we can't really do much to them, but they really can't do much to us. Guys, just let your secondaries kind of just constantly fire. Just shower him in shells. We are scoring a few hits every now and then. But he's got Mark 2 10 guns, which are not great for us. Actually, what's he got on the back? An 8.1? That explains why we're not really suffering any damage. However, we now lost sight of him because he is mildly faster than us. Alright, we're gonna take the torpedo boats in. We're gonna take these 2 torpedo boats in. The Grand Gulf and the Augusta. The first of the Sniffham's class torpedo boats to actually be called forth to do their fucking job. Which is be faster than the rest of the fucking fleet. Though to be fair, their acceleration is pretty shit. Oh, that... Damn, he's coming in. He's coming in hard. Turn! Turn! Get all those guns on target! You guys smoke because he's targeting you. Might as well make his aim a little shittier. Oh, this isn't necessarily the best first showing out of the Delta class, but at the very least we're hitting them. This is definitely a preview of what's to come, though, with the technological gap that's going to start forming. So to be fair, we can just keep shooting. Come on, you guys all have ranging equipment. You shouldn't be having this... Well, actually, the torpedo boats don't, but the rest of you do. Figure out what the hell you're doing. Alright, does he have torpedo launchers? He does. Where does he have them? This one is a rear-mounted... Actually, no, that's a rear and forward mounted. Alright. So you guys are going to have to get pretty close. Let's see. Range on his torpedoes are 1.2. Range on yours are 0.9. So he's going to fire off before you guys get the range. Oh my god, could you guys not have a fucking mating session in the middle of battle? Yeah, he got a little too close. Now he's paying the price for it. The closer he gets, the more ability we have to actually penetrate that armor. Currently, we're just shelling him with whatever we have available. Go on, fire. Fire. And that'll probably be the thumbnail for this VOD when it gets uploaded. Got to remember to be careful for his torpedoes. Yeah, he's in bad shape. As long as I keep these torpedo boats near him, we have visual line of sight. Oh, his engine got shot out. That instantly gives us an advantage. Because now, he's going to be a lot slower. I don't know how slow he's going to be, but he's definitely going to be slower. And considering our torpedo boats already go like fucking 28 knots. Just need to get in range of your guys' torpedo launchers. And hope that we don't miss, along with the fact that they're not duds. Oh, that's one torpedo out. Can we get a second one? Or is that both torpedoes swimming along very much at the same position? Hard to tell. That might have been both torpedoes. Oh, we got two hits. One torpedo was a dud, but the other one did pierce. Alright, you guys begin to do a loop. Actually, turn back this way. Because you guys are a bit too close and probably will get hit by a torpedo. Yeah, he's going down. It took a bit. I'll give them that. This was definitely a lot harder to do than the, Just to get those in there. Close that. Yeah. That went well. I mean, it took us almost the entire magazine of every single ship there, but we sunk it. We did sink it. It was sunk. Yeah, the Spanish are currently busy dealing with everyone else they've pissed off, right? Nope, we're now the only one at war with the Spanish. That's not good. Because while these guys are equipped with heavy cruisers, they are not equipped exactly to deal with battleships. How many battleships do they have? They have 2. They have heavy cruisers. Alright, I'm gonna reassign you guys to basically be over here. To more or less just cut off any forces coming through there. We do now have a significant budget during this war, so I'm gonna spend it all on crew training. All of it goes to crew training. I need more money. It's time to take the Philippines. Because I need more money. The Spanish have had it good for too long, and by good for too long, I mean they had it really rough there for a bit after that first war for us taking over the Caribbean, but, you know, not our fault. More transports, goodbye. We will fight this, and then this will probably be the final battle as I start gearing up for the naval invasions. Because as long as we can keep the Spanish Armada fairly tiny... Oh, hey, one of their early battleships. That's not one of their early heavy cruisers, though. That's definitely pretty new. We might have a problem on our hands, gentlemen. Though, to be fair, the mid-class of battleship is pretty decent. The David class, on the other hand, not as a decent. It's a good ship, not as good as the mid-class battleships. Yeah. They're outnumbered 2-1, but we're definitely not in much better shape. Form a breast formation until we make contact with the enemy. Or just to give us a slightly longer reaching net to find the enemy. Go back to a head formation now that we found the enemy. Which direction are they going? They're going that way? Alright, turn hard. That heavy cruiser is what we want to disable first. That we should be more than capable of disabling. But yeah, this is a new heavy cruiser. This one's even better armed than the other one. And it's smaller. At the very least, an 11-inch gun still hurts if it hits. Yeah, this thing isn't as well armored as the other one we encountered, but it is armed a lot better. However, since the last Spanish War, Spanish-American War, we've upgraded. We got rangefinders now, so we can actually see what we're fucking shooting at. It's not the greatest improvement in the world, but a bit bold to be making a ship named after the after fucking Cuba, when you lost Cuba quite a while ago. And the mid is taking quite the beating. Yeah, we're gonna have to up the armor on the mid next time we're in for doing armor. Next time we take it in for a refit. Because those hits are hurting. Save your shots on your main guns. Make sure they're accurate. That thing is barely afloat as is. No, that's another overpen. She is flooding hard. Oh yeah, next time we take these things in for refit as well, we also have to add in the bulkheads. Yeah, now this thing here was stuff that we were fighting. Actually, yeah, these is the ship we were fighting during the war. This was the next generation of Spanish, like, Dreadnought that came down to fight us. Last vestige of the Spanish Navy that tried to win the day. I do need to conduct a naval invasion over here of one of these islands, so that way then I have a naval base in the region to refuel my ships. Because without a naval base, it's really expensive to keep these guys over here. So I'll probably assign some guys to take those islands that used to belong to the Portuguese. I don't think Portugal will mind all that much, especially considering Spain currently controls it. Oh, these things don't have torpedo launchers. Oh, boy. No torpedo launchers, you say? Damn, the mid took too much damage. Alright, never mind. We're not doing that. Actually, I equipped the Long Beach with I equipped the David class with torpedo launchers? Actually, she's already flooding. We're not going to get any closer. She ain't in good shape. So yeah, what is this? What are these islands? The Azores? Yeah, we're gonna take the Azores. Just so that way then I have a naval base over here. And because I already have some guys stationed here to take it. That way then, our naval vessels over here actually have somewhere where they can fucking base for some fucking fuel and shit. And ammo. And then we'll resume taking over the Pacific shit over here later. Yeah, Spain ain't gonna be able to hold on to the Philippines. They're mine, bitch. That's my economy you're looking at there, Spain. Yeah, I kind of feel bad because I'm already kicking someone while they're down. But at the same time, I need that money. I mean, to be fair, my GDP is starting to get up there. It still doesn't match France. It's really far away from ever matching the British. But it's getting there. Anyway, let's plop down a save. There we go. Leave this over here to remind myself there's a war in the Pacific to win. Let's see. There it is. Thank you for everyone that stuck around to the end of today's stream. Once again, sorry that there were technical difficulties at the start with the whole microphone not being on, and all that jazz. Let's see. That's not the website I'm looking for. That's the website I'm looking for. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to check out the Discord link below to stay up to date with all the shit going on. Know when I go live, or just to have a way to vote on the polls that determine what we're doing, which I do host polls every now and then to give an idea of what the fuck we are doing. Let's see. Anything else? Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel where all the VODs are uploaded to Friday through Monday, same time every week, unless I forget about it. And, that was the wrong tab. Don't forget to check out the Blue Sky to have another way of knowing when I go live. Oh boy, is it going to be fun having to, go back and, fucking add some commentary for the, entire section where my microphone wasn't working. I'm gonna... Do I save that for Sunday? I'm gonna save it for Sunday, because that's gonna be fun! So much fun! Fun. Fuck me. Goodbye, everyone. Have fun. Have a nice night. Hope you all enjoyed. Goodbye. Enjoy the person I'm sending you all off to.